Hello, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. My name is Adam, Dungeon Master. We have Brian as Henwick, we have Bob as Kalidan, we have Austin as Erich, and we have Nick as Jimmy. Last time you made a new friend?
Yes.
Yeah. Hung out.
I'm going to show them the world.
Yeah, with a lady in the lake, bathed in her waters, got some power or piece of armor.
I didn't want to feed.
Told her I was taken.
I mean, at the very least, it's a fish lake, not a lake. I mean, that's misleading.
Aboleth. It was an aboleth.
I'd give it fish lake.
You would. But yeah, so she enticed you into basically letting her mentally follow you around and see what you find.
She added a couple new television channels that she can flip through while bored.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just because she's bored. That's why she'll do that. And then you made your way back to the big cavern of spiders, and after a night's rest, finished clearing off the rest of the webs, and you found where this path meets the one back basically where you found
the hook door
before. And that's pretty much where you stand.
Yeah, I forgot in the morning. Inspiring speech about how we kicked some spider ass last week.
And I forgot to point out, when you detected magic last time, you basically determined that you are all magical.
Yeah, if we're magical, it means we're dispellable.
Break enchantment. Where's Judge Dredd? I don't know. The warlock had that ability too. Make Gaius hilarious.
So everyone is magical.
Yep.
Yes, but rousing speech. You alls get 8 temp HP.
I won up his speech. I mean, he's clearly underselling our fight with the spiders.
Yes, but
It offers no bonuses.
when Vic starts talking, I begin to clang my sword and my axe and shield together until he stops talking.
No, he just...
Yeah,
my guess is you take it as a rousing... Yeah!
See, he gets it. He knows how it was. He's
I
pumped
do
up.
it louder.
He's pumped up. He likes it.
So you're in this echoey cavern and you're trying to draw all the attention to you. Got it.
Or scare all the monsters away.
Some stupid monsters would definitely run. Big noise. Don't go over there.
What is your charisma bonus?
4.
So 8.
Yeah, level plus chow.
One less than me.
Yes, but next level it'll be a plus 10. Because I'll hit 5 chow and 5.
It's like, what? Your charisma's going up to a plus 10?
Well, yeah, he's...
Next level's a big one for him.
What is next level?
5.
Well, yes, but my next level is 4 bard. Most importantly, stat. It is stat and
You get
proficiency up, because that is by level, not by class.
If you can survive that long.
And like another spell word.
Yeah.
Which I'll probably swap sleep back out with.
Something that elves aren't all immune to.
Yeah. It felt like
What
it
do
would
you
be
do?
really powerful.
You're in a cavern.
Oh, we're walking back towards town.
Okay.
Well, what are you talking about? We're using the magic sword to give us directions to find Argyle.
Okay.
Yeah. Magic sword. If we want to go and find Argyle, tell us which directions will we take.
It doesn't listen to you.
Nope.
Yeah. No, it's like
I just take the sword, put it on its hilt, and drop it. We go that way, whichever way it falls.
straight to a wall. I heard.
Oh man, that must be sharp. It stuck right into the ground. Let's just dig.
Hell down.
Yeah, sure. If we want to sit in the cavern for another hour.
Fine.
What question to ask Sword? I'm going with the more generalized one versus direction. What is the best way to find Uncle Argyle? It's going to be vague, but I think it'll out-vague a direction. So I'm going with that.
I knew how it was going to vague, or specifically, but also vaguely answer.
Yes. What is the best way to find Uncle Argyle?
Look.
I have to be a little nicer than that. Not much, but a little bit.
I make little jokes for myself later. I forgot I did that.
Did you write a joke on your sheet?
No! Kinda. Under skin it says, yes, he has skin. And for hair it says, no thanks.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I amuse me.
So do you already have locate object? Or is that third
Yes.
level?
You have to be kind of close, though.
Yeah, it's only 1,000 feet.
And I don't... Yeah, we'd have to give them a lot of paper and you have to really describe your talking stone. And if it's just a normal rock, it probably wouldn't work.
What?
A pointless job you undertook. Aided preparations for one who knows his location. That actually did end up rhyming, and I didn't even know it was going to. It wasn't the rhyme I wanted it to, but it worked.
So yeah, to me that sounds like go back to town and investigate jobs we've taken so far.
I'm gonna go back to the blacksmith.
Theoretically...
You go and talk to the guy who wanted the hooked horror.
Yeah. Give him a card and see if he wants any more work done, or if he knows about Argyle.
Also, that job had lots of points. It was a hooked horror.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was the creature that killed our Mitsipitla goblin dude who had the book and the bugbear friend.
Yeah,
No,
the map does lead us to Aboleth.
Yep.
No, the joke is that it has hooks, therefore lots of points.
Yeah, plot hooks.
Yes.
Horror hooks.
So back to town.
Okay. Do you try finding a new path, or just take the path that you
We
recognize?
know. Yeah, we know the path back from
Then
before.
survival check with advantage for someone.
There's one. Hey, that one came up nice and easy.
Well,
Well, I got a 5 on one of them. That was the high number.
the 5 was a high number.
The 5 was the high number, so that's
8. You probably waste an extra couple of hours. Discover a few little things, but eventually, when you find the gate to the minor mine company, you're able to make it back to them.
Hey, we know where we are now.
Is the miner mining company open now? That mine, or is they finally doing business?
That mine is not open now.
Well,
If you
so
rattle
far,
the gate,
people
you
have
can
been hanging out in there, and he's been doing business out there.
2 people have been hanging out there. It's the guy that owns the company, and basically the one that works directly for him, not as a miner.
Yeah.
If you want to rattle on the gate, they may be inside.
Nah, I don't need to talk to no miners. Maybe some adults.
He told a joke.
I am an adult.
No, you're not!
But you make your way back to town,
Yes.
and are allowed almost a contemplative look from the guard at the gate, like, did you leave?
We went the long way around.
He never really asks, but he's okay, yeah, no, you've been through here. Well, he lets you through.
Is it the guard that apologized to Erich?
No.
Okay.
Stop saying I go there.
It's ruining my reputation. What are you talking about? It's a great bar. Really nice. Thing is, he probably went back.
Just to check and make sure. No, this was sus! I don't know why!
No, the best part.
Did someone see him there?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, yeah, I was at your...
No, the best part will be when he comes up to Vic character and just begins going, I don't know what you're talking about. I told you it was awful. It was still awful. And you look at him and go, yeah, it sucks when people give you bad advice, doesn't it? Walks off.
See, you just told that comment because you know I wasn't going to come up with it, didn't you?
No.
Did you just...
Yeah, it's annoying when people nod the cameras that you're going to see anyways.
He doesn't watch this.
Yeah, he doesn't watch it like 60 times edited together.
No,
I edited this pretty simply.
and he has the bar thing and make sure he's not waving at himself to tell him
I
the
watch
problem.
it if I need to find something that happened in the game.
So
No.
all of us just need to periodically get up and go to the bathroom every single time that we have one of these. So there's one of those highly inconspicuous cuts.
No, they're pretty obvious. And,
Almost
no, you don't need to do that.
Almost invisible.
Half the time I say, and we're back out of nowhere.
Also, if we want to, we can do item quests by going to the corpse cart.
Theory. Well,
Yeah.
I need to start studying magic items so I know what magical items are, so I can ask for magical items.
Magical items are things that do things that normal items don't do.
Yes.
Magical.
But specifically, what their limitations and things are. Because,
You have to go and talk to them. They'd have a better understanding since it's not going to be a set in stone thing.
Yeah.
well, yes and no, because I know there are magical items for things I've asked for, but Adam doesn't have an encyclopedic memory of
You
magic
mean
items.
you as opposed to your character?
No, my character needs to do it.
Yeah, your character can just go and ask.
No.
Right.
Like
So-
like the rod of rope that we totally need to get those.
Yeah, we told them.
You mentioned it.
Yeah. It is under development for lots of money.
Yeah, it's it is something that they can now keep in mind. They will put the effort into developing if you give money.
I want to go and visit the fellow who asked us to kill the hooked horror.
Okay, let's check.
Okay. 9.
9? You get no response at his door.
Tell me when I have to roll my checks for work.
Take a,
I check around his, see if he's got any neighbors out and about.
You don't know if they're neighbors. There are occasional people that are walking up and down the street.
I take one of my business cards right on the back. The Strong Art Company would like to meet with you tomorrow morning. We shall return. And the Strong Art Company would like to meet with you tomorrow morning. We shall return then. Slide it into his mailbox or mail slot.
Okay, you leave a card.
Mm-hmm. We should show up tomorrow morning. He'll be expecting us. Either that or he's dead, or we'll have to break in and steal all his stuff.
Or he has a job, and
Yeah.
at certain times he has to be at work.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I do.
he seemed like a rich noble who had leg problems. He probably doesn't have a job. He's out on the town. He's on disfilled.
I say we go to the corpse cart now that we're in waiting mode.
Sure. I don't know. I still have a little bit of money, but no more to buy anything new.
Oh no, I don't have like cash to just throw at them.
Yeah.
I did go to work.
You said that.
Yeah. I didn't get a response, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Which means you didn't hear me because you didn't respond.
I hear all sorts of things I don't respond to.
So you're saying I should get progressively louder?
You have to compete with the voices.
Yeah, I should get progressively louder. Take to tapping things on tables.
Yeah. Could start in. That's more of another magic item for Bob. Start
You're
inquiring
hanging out with
about
a pair of them.
more protective items.
They're not going anywhere.
We went to.
They went to the guy's house who got the job from the Hooked to Earth, and they're now going to the corpse cart.
Why? We don't have money.
Yeah.
I thought you guys said that. We don't have money.
Yeah.
To talk to them.
They don't want to talk to you. You don't have money.
You don't know.
The little girl might, but
Yeah.
we know the old man wants us to pay him stuff and not
Yeah.
just hang out at his shop.
Yeah, you don't know about Ali, but yeah, Volk has made it quite clear of the.
Stop dropping
I
by
like you
here!
when you have money.
Yeah.
Start doing an inventory. He'll pay you. Just walk in there with a piece of paper, just start writing stuff down, doing an inventory.
All the stuff in the front's like a facade.
Yeah, no, just start walking in the back, doing inventory.
Yeah,
They'll appreciate it.
You just show up and keep putting like 1 gold down payments on items, so it allows you to stay in the shop.
Can you put this on my way? And this one. And this one. And then, you know, just put this whole shelf on hold.
Can you just professionally entertain me?
Yeah.
If I throw enough money, will you dance?
Are you?
Well, when you use the word enough, you just have to find what enough is.
Also, he knows we don't have money. That was the whole problem to start with.
I had money.
Yeah.
Well, I guess as a secondary thing, we can go and check with Minor Mind Code just in case they're the ones that might have directions to Argyle.
True, and I will check down at the City Hall to see if... Wait, the bug one was still Minor Mind Co. We only had the 2 jobs from there, right?
Yep.
I don't know. Just go talk to the job provider person to see if they've heard anything about Uncle
Argyle.
The thing is that all those jobs had a point. The only one that didn't have a point was my being a blacksmith. So I think I'm on the right track.
Okay, break. We'll meet up at the inn before we go up to the tour guys tomorrow.
Yep.
Because I would say at night,
Did you tell him verbatim what was told?
yes. Pointless job,
You.
as an investigator, intelligent person with like an inch of 20.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The sword speaks directly to him.
Right.
Which probably means it's at least a job that he was in, or it wouldn't be you. So it's probably not your job.
No, it's totally my job. You're throwing up the sentence.
Make a strength check.
Job that
I don't think
Jimmy
that's
did.
going to help with this.
Well, you were there for the hooked horror.
You'll get another chance.
And
And really, it's not
And
terrible
for
with
the-
your
and for the
strength.
Minor Mind Code stuff.
It's
Yeah.
a 6. It's still pretty bad.
It's enough that you're not messing
Not Bob's
things up.
job. I don't know.
theoretically, it
Have you
could have
done
been
one?
papers in
Strength
what's his
saving
mansion,
throw.
but we
and then
burned
it's
higher.
higher.
Mhm.
Of course.
But that was still
Once I get
a
trained,
job for the Minor Mind Code.
Yeah.
once I get trained with these blacksmith tools, I'll be getting much better.
I don't know. You haven't done anything independently, have you?
I was a street performer. No, that was still another job in hiding. But yeah, that's why I'm checking with the...
Have you done any other jobs?
He was a male prostitute.
Well, I have technically worked in several businesses for a day.
What did you go to the job board while you were killing some time and find a job that simply paid a daily rate and accept?
Oh yeah, the freaking putting up chairs for a concert/auction. Yeah, slave auction.
Argyle was sold as a slave?
Yeah, now that you bring it up, Argyle could have been sold as a slave. There was a pit mentioned. Maybe people keep slaves in a pit while waiting.
All you really know from that is that someone there, theoretically, knows.
Yeah. As Ryan tells us all this, because I'm too stupid to make
You are!
Yeah, no, I'm sitting there describing the jobs I've done. I'm at least, wisdom and intelligence enough to remember the things my character would.
This one seems the most pointless.
Yeah.
Card full.
Yeah, I know. It's said that now for 7 minutes.
You want me to turn it off?
Yeah, it's fine.
Sure.
I wonder how it filled up so fast when we didn't waste any time at all at the beginning.
It's because it didn't get
It
cleared
didn't
out
get
last
cleared,
time.
and then also, yeah, you guys wasted like 5 minutes of time at the beginning, so.
But we always do, so that's
Yeah,
to
but
be expected.
usually you don't wait. You don't do it after I've started recording.
No.
Which is really a shame. You could have a whole nother channel of just us arguing about stupid crap.
I got enough channels, man. I promise. I got enough channels.
No, I really think you need a 4th.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
It's just the cronies.
But let's head off to see if we can talk to the purveyor and get maybe a list of things that was sold at the auction.
We can go and talk. We can even be a bit specific.
See, that sounds interesting. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story about how I was a slave once when I was on the way down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, turns out there was this king over on the Western Kingdom. His name was it was F something. It was really elfin, hard to pronounce. But he had this big rule about no hunting in certain grounds at certain times, and certain days it was okay, and certain days it wasn't. And I wasn't even hunting. I was just taking a bath in the river. But then the guards come up, and they're like, you've been poaching. That's it. We're going to put you up for a slave auction. And I'm like, well, that's a little extreme.
I'm just thinking
your response
was
King was
I've been
forthcoming.
poaching with your mom from your dad.
But yeah.
No, I hear that. It's like, man, they were just making up complicated enough rules to get more slaves.
That's what it sounds like. But, it worked out all right. It was an all right gig, being a slave. You roof over your head, you get meals. I was treated pretty nice. It seemed okay. It was okay.
For the one day.
It was okay. And for the record, if anybody says it, I didn't kill anybody on the way out. That was coincidence. You don't go rubbing bottles that get sent to you by anonymous couriers.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You don't do that.
It's true. There's a point where I love this character. You off aside that you tell a story, I make you improvise the story. It's great. But you make your way up to the hall, and yeah, do you open the door? Do you knock on the door?
Did we build an entire building here? Or
you didn't build a building. It's basically like a building that was rented out,
Mm-hmm.
And then it was setting up all the stuff inside of it.
Yeah, knock on the door.
Knock on the door, and it takes a bit before one of the guys that you worked setting up with answers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a little late in the day to start, but we still have tomorrow to finish setting up.
The auction hasn't happened yet?
No, it's 2 days.
Yeah.
Can we have a look at the stock that's going up for sale?
Or does that all
A
show?
listing, descriptions.
We have a partial listing. Some people are still coming in.
Well, if we could take a look at that.
Yeah.
We have a specific individual we're looking to reacquire.
What description do we have?
Human,
Goliath.
Goliath.
Yeah. Dwarf, red beard.
Nothing to do with this.
It's like, what the description? I don't know, 6 feet tall, beautiful. This is just a mail order dating service, right?
Well, if you got the money,
No, we're looking for a specific Goliath.
Goliath.
We have
He's not with you.
not him, though.
He's not with you.
We believe he's picking up a slave. We're willing to pay to reacquire him.
Yeah, let's see.
He has a certain, I suppose you'd call it a sentimental value.
Okay, yeah, 1 moment. And he sort of walks away. Even the door kind of partially ajar. You can see other people are now basically setting up a lot more security-based features along where the platform stage actually is.
The key to talking with slavers is to pretend people are things.
Yes.
Noted.
So what kind of security?
From your time working there, you know that there are plenty of people that are that were there that have no real concept for it. They accept that it's part of society. They don't really care one way or another.
Yeah.
A lot of the slaves can earn freedom over time. A lot of them are granted freedom just in elderly age.
Yeah.
Just at the point where they're given the choice at a certain point of you're no longer able to work. If you just want to go, you can go figure it out on your own.
Yeah, go be homeless.
Yeah.
It's not nice then.
Hey man, congratulations, I freed you from slavery. You're now a serf.
Yeah, it's like...
What's the difference?
They would be
I don't
known
feed
as-
you anymore.
Yeah, I don't feed you.
But I can provide you with stuff for a debt.
Yeah. The couple I saw seemed to be well cared for, but that might just been that one dude. It seems more like
He already was a bad dude.
Yeah.
Terrible buzz.
You don't necessarily specifics other than at this point, largely a bar. The most obvious one. They seem to be setting up some things that don't have an obvious point, but barring the stage, the platform away from the audience is one of the...
They're putting up metal bars around it.
Yeah.
No, they're putting up a bar. You can order drinks.
Yeah.
Open bar for...
Well, that also on the side, because, when people get liquored up, they start buying more. But, what...
I have no doubt that's actually true. there is a bar in here.
No, but there probably is one that sets up pretty nearby.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it comes back and he says, of the few that we've gotten in so far, we don't have a glass, but of course, feel free to stop by and we can.
Well, I have means of gathering my own servants when I need to. I said this one has a specific sentimental.
But like I said, we don't have a full list of everyone that's.
I will, of course, will show up.
Is there a cover charge?
Do you perhaps have a backlog of people you've sold that I might entreat with whoever possibly bought them on?
If it happened beforehand?
Yeah.
I don't have any direct access. You'd have to speak to someone higher up.
And who would I have to speak to? For those sorts of records.
He sort of flips through papers. Monave, at the very least, would have any records of that. She's not here. She'll be busy, but present at the auction. She's pretty much running.
Well, I will have to make her acquaintance.
Is there, like I said, a cover charge, or is just whoever comes in and pays money for the auction? Or is it invite only?
Oh, as far as that, there's, of course, a deposit on enter. If you end up not purchasing, it would be returned.
Yeah. How much is normal deposit?
100 gold would be put down, and then...
In that case, I'll see you in 2 days, if I don't stop by for work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
He almost has a little perplexed look, but just sort of looks over to your friend that's clearly wealthy and shrugs and just sort of...
Look at these shoes.
I am
These glowing shoes.
I am absolutely sure I have more liquid cash than you.
But just the point being, he knows
600.
you have gone and worked a day's work for 3 gold.
Yes.
Multiple days. You've worked 2. And knowing that you've done that at the same point, he doesn't mentally put you in the same class of being much wealthier than he is. And he's like, as you're just like, yep, see you then. He's like, alright.
He does not monster slay.
Yeah. I don't think either of us have done day job.
Nope.
No, he hooked up with a deep gnome for one of his days off.
Ryan, this is you doing your day job.
This literally is your job. Investigations.
Yeah.
You don't get measly coins for it.
Yeah,
I don't think it really matters, though.
You're working off a life debt.
Huh? No.
I saved you.
Yeah, and I said that I owe you a debt of trust. And I'm helping you get Argyle back.
Yeah.
It's not
Well, watch
like
us
that.
get Argyle
Totally
back.
right.
Ryan's character just fails. I did you. I thought we were
He
a team.
might. I kind of get the feeling he's probably more likely to try and get you to help him with some of his stuff at that point. But, just...
Yeah, I have a reason that I'm outside of town.
Little quick pro.
Yeah. I will head back to the end. I love sleeping in a bed.
Yep. I will allow you a second strength check.
17.
Much better. He's like, you got, he does kind of point out you got a little rusty with the days off.
in full plate armor.
Dwarf in full plate armor. Is that recognizable to the dwarf?
It actually is. You get 5 gold today. The shop closes a little bit early, as he wants really just to kind of examine and start taking notes on some of bits of the
I'll
armor.
take the whole thing apart and drag
Yeah.
it.
And you get a bit of the history of the armor through that, because he's heard a lot of legends of such. The legends have it that originally there were only 100 suits of this ever made.
I look for the numbers. Component of Palak.
Were these stamped? This is their maker's smart.
There probably would be a Maker's Mark, but not necessarily a number with them.
Yeah, he shows. I'm sure he knows where it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and he'll kind of give some of the, just sort of the history or legend, depending on what you want to.
Where'd you get this? Cave.
Can I interpretive dance the tale?
You could write it down.
Interpretive dance.
Avalith.
13. Because that's charisma based. And I have no skill in interpretive dance. Not like I do at singing.
Kind of gives a curious.
No, I start off with the traveling, and then the spiders, and then me catching them on fire and burning everything. And the fire.
Now, do you actually catch things up?
No.
You have control flame. You could be.
Oh, yeah. Can I make little flame puppets? Like, he's got a forge. Can I make little flame
yeah, you'd have
in the
to.
forge?
You could basically hop out an virtual flame and have it dance around.
Yeah, I'll do interpretive dance thusly.
Now you're doing
I'm
little
almost
flame
wondering.
puppets. I do not think control flame creates a flame. You have to have one.
No, I didn't think that.
Control flame.
You cause simple shapes, such as a vague form of a creature, an animate object, or location, to appear within the flames and animate as you like. You can have those inanimate shapes like within the fire, like if you just use like the forge front as the theater for up to an hour.
Oh yeah, I totally do that. And tell the tale.
So by the time you leave, he has an hour of a flaming aboleth just hanging out inside.
I'll dismiss it before I leave. I'll put the fire back, and it just looks like my face in the fire.
You didn't know you could do that with that spell, did you?
No.
No. Are we all going to regret that you now know you can do that
That's
with that
going to
spell?
be way more obnoxious. No more interpretive dance. I'm going to catch something on fire and just be like, I want this.
Shadow puppets. Yeah.
The exact opposite of shadow puppets.
Light puppets.
Yeah.
Now I'm just thinking of you making an image of Yule logs in a fire that are made of fire, and just leaving that up for an hour.
Oh,
nice
yes, I do
crackling
that.
hearth.
I heard you like fires.
It's just a nice crackling hearth effect in his forge.
It's not the kind of fire this is, but...
Yes, but it's so more homey.
Tiny little dwarven forging in the fire.
That would have been way better in my face.
Well, you work here daily. We have another day to burn. That can be tomorrow's leaving present.
I need to find Kalidan at some point.
You know where I'll probably be.
Until if he's at the smith, I'll go and visit him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like whenever I pull out parchment and quill, and I'm like, could you write down and or draw anything that Argyle might have had on him, just in case I need to use something to try to locate him? Anything that would have been unique that I could focus on.
The pipe that I gave back to Argyle already.
Well, we could use that to track the maybe Argyle, but yeah, that's a...
Do I know of anything he carried?
You, at the very least, know one thing he was after.
Alright, yeah.
But you can also do just general clothes and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's,
because he might not have that.
yeah, he might not.
So yeah, I'll try to sketch out the best I can.
Yeah, you sketch it, write a description.
Yeah, I don't know. What would that be? Stat-wise?
Linguistics. Wait, is it?
No, there's no linguistic skill.
Okay.
Dexterity?
Okay, I got 6 then.
Is sleight of hand the drawing skill now?
It would probably be dexterity, but it would probably have whatever the actual artist tools as it would be a tool proficiency based.
Calligraphy.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
I do a piss poor job explaining it.
But the pipe and your speaking stone and random clothes?
Well, I don't bring up the speaking stone because I don't know if he has it.
No.
I'm like, okay, I don't know if this will be specific enough for me to nail him down, but it's at least something.
What was the other object you were thinking that you didn't know you would have, if you'd have?
The pipe that I gave to fake Argyle.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Or
we can always go
crazy
look for
Argyle.
the pipe. No reason not to get fake Argyle.
Well, we know.
Well, you can only cast locate object like twice.
That's true.
The
Pinch the nerve.
the main problem with it is that it's so area restrictive.
1,000 feet radius or diameter?
I think it's radius. Yeah, it's within 1,000 feet of me.
That might cover the city.
1,000 foot?
Yeah. Like, that might go up to the roof.
And it's like, nah, that's
I
not as big
it's
of an
way
area
deeper.
as you think.
Yeah. That's a 10-story building. That might not even go up to the roof. We've seen multi-story buildings in here already.
Depends probably on what level you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably would from the upper levels, but
Okay, so we continue.
Yeah.
We can go on back to ends.
Yeah, go ahead and go to
So
the inn
my
for now.
birthday's over, yes. I put my armor back on. And I go to the inn that I go to.
Yes. Your 5 silver inn versus our gold inn.
alright. Anyone else do anything before the evening?
I'm going to go visit a certain guard's favorite tavern.
Okay. It's a little more crowded than we saw last.
Nice.
I forget. I know we paid criers to go say that woman was a whore. Did you end up paying criers to... Oh,
No,
okay.
he walked up to every guard and
I'm
told
just
them how
really
wonderful it was.
charismatic.
Oh, okay.
I'm just a great storyteller, is all.
Yeah,
I go with
What
it.
were the corpse guard people's names?
Ellie and... Or L.A. But Ellie is basically how it's spelled.
Yeah.
Uh,
I forgot her name. I just didn't hear it.
That's pretty easy. It's
Volk.
only 2 letters.
Volk.
it's 4 letters.
No, it's just L-E.
Nope, it's E-I-L-I.
L-E. L-E. That's what you said. You said it was L-E.
L-
Yeah.
L-A. It's actually short, but you don't know that. You don't know what for.
I don't care.
Alessandra.
Eliphas.
Elephant.
I like Eliphas. Eliphas is a good name for a lady. Very feminine.
I'm guessing a 40k character, but I'm not sure.
There you go.
Thank you. I didn't even have a guess.
Very feminine.
It's a big.
I'm
girl,
guessing
dude.
sarcasm.
Some orc war boss.
Nah, he's the inheritor. He's chaos.
Okay.
Yeah, Chaos Word Bearer / Black Legion.
Just get yourself a drink.
Yeah, sit down at the bar, introduce myself as her favorite customer.
I shouldn't, but charisma check.
And cuddle buddy.
There we go. I need this one. Boom. Natural 1. Fall off my chair.
Your favorite customer.
Well, they can't all be winners.
No.
In your case, they very rarely are winners.
Just sitting on the ground going, I probably deserve that.
Trying to be smooth and putting his elbow on the bar and just...
You weren't the elf when you came here, were you?
No.
Okay. Having fun times with the deep gnome with the elf. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, no. She'll remember him.
She'll remember the elf.
Well, that's all. But yeah. Anyways. Jimmy.
Dreams.
What else?
3-eyed fish. Hanging out.
Yeah?
Eating your other birds.
You find yourself sitting in the seat, staring up at the bard stage, room empty, and after some time, the raven, large, person-sized, sort of is sort of seeming like coming from behind a curtain, like it's being shoved, sort of stands out and stares out in the room as if the room is full. And it is. It's full. All the seats are filled with you.
And then the raven dances the funky chicken.
The raven looks sad and wary and eventually wanders off the stage at the other end before the dove finds its way out, looking much more frightened, as there is no larger than normal, at its normal size, just a little three-eyed fish whispering in its ear. The dove seems much less afraid of all of you sitting in the chairs in the room and more fearful of whatever this fish is that's at its side. Before the dove makes its way back behind the stage, you awake in the morning.
You gotta stop drinking whiskey.
No, I know I'm going to stop by the corpse cart today. I have an idea for an item.
Yeah, let's go and visit Ellie.
An animated dreadfish.
No, something to block.
So what do you do this morning?
First, have breakfast, give a small speech in the morning. Then we go to the hooked horror guy's house because we made a promise. To
Yep, we're gonna go visit him.
No, we don't show up.
the fuck, guys? No, we have a business to maintain.
I know.
Name.
But you, as you walk up, you kind of see him just sort of standing outside of his house, holding a sort of a
Approach friendly, wave at him. It's like,
briefcase kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Greetings.
Strong arms. Oh, is that...
Our company name for...
okay. I didn't
our
remember that.
mercenary troop.
Yeah,
or whatever
mercenary.
you want to
Was needed.
Oh,
Is
we
evidence?
no. Thank you for meeting with us. We just wanted to. We're currently on a different case, and just wanted to see if you had any input.
Or information about a Goliath who might
Yeah,
have been around.
we're currently looking for a missing Goliath, and we're just wondering if you would be of any assistance.
Why are you bothering this guy about this?
Because we didn't have the better slave lead when we were thinking about it.
I like that they didn't even try and come up with a different angle, and they just go there.
I'm just sitting here going, I thought this was about maybe seeing if he had more work.
Well, we're going to lead into that. What?
Just
Could have led with that,
just
but
sitting back here saying that. What would he know about the Goliath?
yeah, he kind of his eyes say these.
But if you don't have any...
some sort of reason I should. I don't.
No, there's
the
not.
one that
We encountered...
the strong silent one.
Yes, his uncle. Yes. We'd last seen him near where the hooked horror was. We wanted to know if you might have. But if not, we are also just checking to see if you had any other problems because you're a valued customer.
Oh no, I've been sticking more to simpler things on the mend, but still don't know if I could outrun something if I found something again.
Have you gone and spoke with the clerics about regenerating your leg?
It's on the mend.
Oh, okay. Well, we're glad to have spoken with you, and if you ever do have us in mind, you can leave a message at the inn we usually stay at,
Okay,
and we'll get back to you.
with his notes, name sounds threatening, but I'm glad it was just that.
Yes.
That would have been a little on the nose if we were actually strong-arming people.
Okay, note for cards. Add the word mercenary under each of these.
Yeah, that's not going to be great either.
Strong arm mercenary troop or strong arm problem
But
solver?
yeah, he sort of bows and makes his way off to work.
I think fixers would be a little on the nose, threatening too. I think strong arm mercenary troop for hire.
Strong arms, odd jobs.
I know an odd job.
I help out at the
That's
blacksmith.
basically me.
Is that where you are at this point?
Well, yeah, of course. I have breakfast and I went to work.
People tried to do unarmed attacks against me, and they just go right over my head.
Eating.
Yes, he was. But yeah, it's like, okay, I figure I'll go gather information, see what I can find out, and work at the auction place while they're setting up.
Yeah.
I'll probably swing by the corpse cart later this evening, but I'll see you at the end.
Alright.
Huh?
I look over...
Oh, I also give you half of my cards, in case.
I probably could have used some of those.
Yes.
Seeing how I actually have customers.
Yeah. 25 business cards.
Alright. I look over the description of the items that Bob gave me that Argyle could potentially have. Looking at them, do any of them seem like they would be unique enough for them to be, for me to really be able to use something like locate object to pin him down?
The most unique one by description would be... No, because you didn't even give that. Of all of those things, the unique one that you know would be the pipe, but then that was given to
The one that we think
the one
was,
that you think was fake, so...
yeah, the doppelganger, Argyle or whatever it was.
Mhm.
And so looking at that, I'm just like, well, I'll wait for Jimmy to get some additional information. I'll go and try to bother Ellie.
Strength. The fact that you word it that way... I mean, I know that's what you're doing, the strength check. Now, what are you up to?
Oh, we got an entire day before the auction.
So,
I've been to tavern.
You're just
bars.
not good in the morning.
No, it's just I'm rolling basic strength checks for stuff I really doesn't need strength checks.
I'll go to that. The
do you
temple.
want to actually roll to do the metalworking?
I'm not good at that.
Yeah, I know.
Is it strength based?
I know.
Then no.
I'll go to the Temple of Loth. Offer a certain priestess my services in a devotional manner. I've got a free day.
I'd like
She
to help out.
appreciates that.
And get some clarification on the whole, murder and spiders thing. Is that okay? I mean, they were pretty aggressive.
A spider
Minotaurs.
is a tool.
Thank you.
If it is doing its job, then it should be used and respected. When this tool is not doing its job, then it can be done away with.
I'll just make sure I was clear.
Some of them are of use and of great purpose. Other spiders roam the caverns aimlessly as beasts.
Cool.
I also like that you just have the direct godline power too.
Hey man, theoretically everybody does.
Yeah.
Remember, you're this in a realm where the gods literally can just lean down and pay attention if they want to. You just gotta ask, and sometimes they might. D&D, it's polytheistic. The gods literally can hear your prayers, even if you're not a cleric. They literally can.
Yeah.
They just generally don't care. But you can pick up that phone and just dial up. They just usually aren't listening. But hey, you never know.
Mm-hmm. So, you find that there are you see a couple people that sort of come through, basically giving inventory and getting times. It seems that there have been a number of other warehouses, etc., that have been basically rented out behind here where things are being kept. You also find that basically during the actual event, they also completely barricade off all of the alleys to a number of buildings behind here because basically groupings are brought in from other structures. It sort of gets the feeling at this point that this area is for rent and can be done with, whatever is needed, temporary, events come through, but that a couple times a year this just happens and it's sort of almost like these businesses subsist off of the income that's generated off of this, and they just sort of have this large structure that
They rent out the rest of the time.
Yeah.
It's a business situation.
You also definitely find out that there at the very least, are other Drow cities. Because you do sort of find that from some of the Drow that are coming through.
I also just try to get a general feel of how much a slave usually costs. They said a down payment.
If you sort of
100.
talk to some, you find someone along your level that's worked this when it's come through before. It's sort of an odd job that they can easily get, and they sort of come in. Depends on really what you're looking for. Some of it for Zittle is probably not less than 50 gold. You're getting someone of much value. They can go for thousands.
Yeah.
So a lot of it also depends on who's in the audience, who's interested,
You might just
who's
have to
selling.
burn this mother down.
Having worked here, so this building and its surrounding buildings mostly stone or wood?
They're stone.
Okay. So far, we have found one wooden building in here, and
probably
we did
burned
burn
it
it down.
First time we found a wooden building, we burnt it to the ground.
It was mushroomy, but yeah.
There are a number of wooden buildings, especially in some of the upper ones. The taller buildings tend to have more
Wood on
their higher levels. Yeah. If they want to build up from what this original cavern was, ultimately, quite a few, if you pay attention as you leave, a fair number of the warehouses are actually metal.
Yeah.
But it's still not the most
Burning.
burnable.
So, work my day to get my 3 gold.
You do? You making a strength check over there?
He's some high paychecks
6.
for basic labor.
It's an expensive society.
We're in the Drow equivalent of Los Angeles.
There's a few differences. Quite specifically, just who he works for, and as far as the people working his job, many of them are working a job that they have for a week, and then they're stuck looking for work again for another month. So,
yeah, most employers would look at that and say, "Not my problem. Here's your silvers."
it gets people to subsist on it. And there are, he's found people that just are relying on it. They have a few jobs, things that come in semi-regularly that they know of.
Well, then where's the union here trying to muscle him out of their business because he took a job that went to somebody who's not eating now?
No union.
I feel like there would be, or at least some underground gang going, no, we the chair gang. We do chairs.
By the way, almost none of the work is setting up chairs. A lot more of the work actually involves quite a bit of either bolting or welding some things. A lot of it is designed to be minimal knowledge, but it is actually putting together a lot of bars and structures at this point. There are some things that are being moved, and you notice that they only trust people that they've had work for them before.
Go ahead and enhance my ability of strength and stuff for the day. Well, at least twice.
You get to the corpse cart.
You can go ahead. You can go in.
Look is sitting on the counter.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Is Ellie around?
Yeah.
Gentleman caller coming, seeing how's that daughter of yours?
Who's granted 40, but 12.
I want
Hey man, age is just a number.
It's an important number.
like
Your bank account.
Yeah, I wanted to spitball some ideas for some items that I want to have made in the future, and wanted to see what you thought of them.
Well, she is working. What did you have in mind?
Oh, okay. I wanted to purchase a staff that has. I'm looking.
Necromancy, was it?
Yes.
Yes, you mentioned.
Yeah, I wanted it to have an ability that would allow me to either summon a undead that would come to me under my control and stay on the material with me, or the ability to summon corpses from a humane source, I suppose. Non-material
Alright.
source.
What about... Wait, do 5th edition zombie, can they take normal healing?
No, they can't take normal healing. Only specific spells that would allow it.
There is nothing about them that prevents them from taking normal healing. Most healing spells do not affect them. Difference is the spell is different. It's not because they're undead.
I could see putting a spell on the staff to allow you to heal your undead.
There are ways that they can be healed.
Yeah.
Certain spells will allow it, and they can recover from using their hit dice. But
Yeah. Just thinking, if you're making a staff that usually have multi-spells, that might be a good one to throw on a necromancy staff.
say apparently we can have staffs that just have straight abilities and not actually
Spell likes.
whatever charges in order to cast spells.
Yeah.
Or what was it, daily abilities?
Yeah, daily abilities. So, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Basically, nothing restricts the all staff work the same.
Yeah. So I go ahead and put that down as what, and I ask them if I wanted to have something like that made. I'd imagine that it would require some special things in order to make use of it. Is there anything that I would be able to do in order to essentially save you some of the cost of procuring that and reduce the cost that I'd have to pay?
Oh, we'd have to get into a bit of research on what would be involved before I would know for sure. So,
well, I'd be willing to put in materials as well as money if that would.
Well, depending on what it is, some things are easy enough for us to come by. Others are not so sure you'd have such an easy time with. But
Sure. And also, I've come to buy 50 gold worth of like charcoal and incense.
Certainly.
As you just stockpile hand
Five
materials.
You don't have any potential large expenses tomorrow.
I think I'm the one sitting on the high school at like 600 currently.
Yes.
If we do find Argyle, do we want to pool our money, or is this going to come out of my bank account and get repaid later?
You own Argyle at that point. What are you talking about?
It's a win-win. If we can afford them, we can buy them. If we can't afford them, we can just, take them.
Argyle can pay you back 3 gold a day.
You know somewhere where you can get him a job?
No questions asked. Money under the table.
Literally, you don't even have to apply. You just start working, and they shrug their shoulders and
Pay you money.
But in case it goes over 6, how much money do you people have?
25 gold.
About 150.
114.
6 sounds fine.
So if we have to, we can go to about 700. Anything beyond that, we have to track a person down and murder them afterwards.
We also have 50...
Party money?
Yeah, 51 in party funds.
I don't know. I'd say we only put down 200.
Just 200, and after that, we just follow them and murder them.
Well, you don't have to murder them. There are many ways to break somebody out of
Slavery. I hear tainted wine's good.
Yeah. That could do it. Poison's always a popular option.
To Volch. I say, do you mind if I do the ritual?
oh, because you did you have your own?
Yes.
Yeah, they do not want you just idling in here to do a ritual. No.
Okay, I'll go back to my room.
It's like, your place already smells like burnt incense. This stuff is strong.
Yeah, no. They do not like... Even though I can pretty much tell that's what you're casting, it's still just someone sitting casting a spell in my shop.
After all, you have those brass braziers.
Also, when you do it, you pull out a severed hand.
And then it starts running around.
I said, it's frowned upon him.
Polite society.
He needs like little private rooms and kind of like dressing rooms or something.
But he doesn't want people hanging out.
It's almost like I have an uncomfortably close and claustrophobic front room just so people don't hang out here forever.
Just giant no soliciting signs that we willfully ignore. No loitering.
Yeah.
Hell, we even put really disgusting things in jars and just put them out in the front room trying to discourage
It's literally the only things we have in our front room.
I'm just gonna go in the back. I mean, and he's like,
No!
I've given you enough money. I've practically paid for the shop. No, I'm joking.
Do you think you've given all that much money?
No, not really.
Heck, I don't even think you're the biggest spender here. I think it's Bob. I think Bob spent more with the shield.
And the shoes. Or not the shoes, the goggles.
Ah, yeah, goggles same.
He was the shoes.
Very nice shoes.
Mm-hmm.
They like me to walk on walls.
Yes.
But not water.
I can dust all those hard to reach places in the church.
No, I spent.
So Vic's spending his day wandering around in the
I've been
ceiling,
spending all my
dusting.
time purchasing ink.
Where are you?
I was
church?
doing devotional. But I was thinking, like, I can walk on ceilings now. It's like, I can get up there with a cleaning cloth. Or, I don't know what else you guys
Yeah.
do.
A lot of time is really spent in prayer. But ultimately, probably what she'll just have you do is if you would like, you can just sort of shadow her. I almost with the idea of, are you going to be coming through here often?
Oh, maybe. Normally I'd say no, but I'm currently traveling with a group of good friends. We've been together for a while. It's lucrative, it's safe, and they appear to have a bit of a,
Says the man who's gone down the
homebody
most.
streak. A homebody streak.
Mhm.
Not much for traveling.
We're in the middle of a trip.
But we keep hanging out in this one town, is what he's saying.
It's where the bars are.
Well, it's
There
where,
are other towns.
it's where the hub of like shops and stuff are.
He's like, you can't go to the new quest hub yet. I want to go to the new quest hub. It's not Act 3.
Didn't even get it.
Can you be a polytheistic cleric in
And fifth, you will be a cleric of one god. You can still talk to others though.
You can be a polytheistic cleric. You can only have one domain.
Yeah, well, one domain, but
The community domain.
How many levels do you have? I have 15 levels of level 1 cleric.
Yeah. Just partying. Polytheism.
Sorry, my brain.
I'm not multi-classing.
I'm going to try and convince you to. Just give me a second.
You're gonna have to give me some pretty sweet payouts.
have you? No, yeah. Allfather was a cleric. Well, Allfather was a cleric in what? Was a cleric wizard?
I don't remember.
Because it was definitely a 50-50 split of no high-level spells.
If he was a cleric, he probably wasn't also a caster, so he's probably something else.
Cleric fighter.
Both Lolth and Furlingen are trickery domain. Just saying, you could actually cleric both of them with one domain.
That doesn't sound like I'm not gonna give up. I'm solo classing. Quit trying to take my innocent mind.
What is you? You love multi-classing. You know it's not as powerful.
Well, I'm already 4 levels in. You know, I've never been this high in a class, ever. Except for, the monk.
Yeah,
Because I didn't have a choice.
the option was removed from you, yeah.
Monk still ends up with ranger and fire levels. I didn't even give you that choice.
It's like, don't worry. Next game, I'll go back to multi-classing.
But otherwise, yeah, she's just basically going around. Some of it is taking care of helping some people. Others is just sort of sitting down and talking to people, hearing them out, praying with them. A lot of what you seem to just choose to do, you notice a lot of people feel like they have to come here and get help from the church in order to talk to the gods.
Oh.
You gotta notice that there are a number of people that just come in almost like they have something to say, and they feel they have to come here and find someone else to say it with them.
Well, they've got their phone, but they wouldn't use the red phone.
I feel it's a better phone.
It's like, I'd love to listen to you, but I kind of need you to say it in a building. That'd be great.
That'd be great.
I think it's an amplifier.
Which, in your experience, you know not to be the case, but... And you went back to your room to, Great.
I can do that at night. I guess what I'll go and do is I'll go and talk and see if anybody would like to use my services as far as my ability to cast certain spells. And if they'd be willing to...
Just saying, I cast spells! Who wants to buy spells?
What did you, have in mind to offer?
Well, I can be a translator using comprehend languages. I can talk to people's pets if they want to talk to animals. I can detect magic stuff. I can locate objects
Within
within 1,000
I lost
feet
my keys.
a couple
I
times.
think around here.
They'd be willing to pay for that. I can levitate people. Or things.
What purpose does that have?
I don't know, you ever want to float? I bet a lot of people would pay good money to float just for the experience.
Or to get up somewhere high.
Make, persuasion check.
Oh, that's
I know, just make it. Fine, nothing you can do, just
Especially
One.
with that.
1.
Well, technically 3.
None.
Down to a
Yeah,
1.
no, I know he is negative, that's why I said don't worry about it, just make it. You get some people to hear you out, but you don't find any takers.
Probably around the point where you tell them to give, where you start cursing at them to give you their money.
I don't know. My character wouldn't curse at them.
Yeah.
He would.
He's just not selling it well enough.
He would just start jittering and like kind of looking at them wild-eyed.
Yeah.
Just not blinking, staring at them straight in the eye.
Yeah.
Not both, just one. Just
Well, it'd be staring at him with one eye and blinking with the other.
How do you do that? Rest the eye. Yes, that's what blinking normally does, but why is it only the one? Only it's tired.
This one got more exercise.
So,
You went by...
corpse card after work. Ask, have not an intruder, but a presence in my mind that I would like to tone down while I sleep.
I should have, well,
Make a luck check.
No! 4? Maybe? Yeah, 4.
Volk is there.
Uh-huh.
You have an intruder in your mind.
Yes, it's a big fish thing. We made a deal with it, now it's in my brain. But it's scaring the other things in there. Your money's gone and spits well.
I know someone that can help.
Ooh.
He writes down and gives you an address.
Yeah.
go see the
It's, it is on the, basically the government.
You know who hasn't been arrested and thrown in jail yet?
Let them know what you're dealing with. Hey, I can get you some help.
Okay, thank you. Head on out.
Yeah.
Inside after I'm gone. 11. Is he trying to get me committed as a crazy person?
It would make an awful lot of sense for someone that hears you say that to try and get you committed as a crazy person.
Okay. Well, we'll keep that in my pocket. Before I go to bed,
If found, return to.
I'll spend an hour and ask the sword if it can teach me ways to shield my mind.
I'm a sword, not a shield. Please go find the shield. It's in the water temple.
You have a sort of,
No, it'd be in the spirit temple.
Yeah, thank you.
One of them.
Or in a store.
Yeah.
What if we're going for big shield? The spirit temple. That was in Magic Items. I was thinking of getting a magical shield that would absorb ray spells, then dispatch them back out at a later time.
But what if the guy attacking his name is like Steven or David? You can't just defend against Ray.
True. The sacrifice I'll have to make.
Immunity to ray spells.
Or at least have to make a catch arrow check against it.
Having
Or
arrow
is-
catching on your shield is hysterical.
Oh.
Or having, if they cast a ray at me and miss me, then it gets absorbed by the shield. I blocked it in time to absorb the spell. I'm trying to think what another spell like that would be.
There's Mind Blank, and I think there's one that's a little lower level.
Non-detection?
No.
Well, that's still with scrying.
Maybe.
Because I figure the sword can either teach me or maybe it'll give me direct enough information from Raven Queen person to, here's how you shield your mind. Just a good talking to. Because evidently this is also, much like Austin, a phone I can use. But I'm asking you the question. Then again,
I think it's more like an email server.
Yeah.
There are ways to guard your mind, but nothing directly I have to teach.
Yeah.
You all, some of your other pursuits may lead you in that direction.
Man, that would be a real big waste if I did my magic lore or whatever secret to get a non-detection. But I would feel bad because that would kick out the other two also. And I think it's way lower level than
I
that.
think non-detection works like you think.
No, non-detection, mind blank.
No.
That's 8.
Got us thinking about ways to welch on the bed.
Also, those are both on Bard
Ah.
list.
Just can I keep the power I gained and then, just cut that connection? Just
No. The thing is, I don't mind the connection. I just want it to stop messing with the other inhabitants. That's what I'm trying to get through to the sword. It's yeah, he can ride along. Just make him stop messing with the other bird.
Her.
Yeah, make her stop messing with the other bird.
It's a lady.
They're all ladies.
Yeah. His head is full of women.
his head is full of birds.
One was a fish.
Well, the way that you could deal with the fish is that you could create a mental construct. You need to abstract a fishbowl.
Put it in it.
Yeah, it's okay,
Come
you don't
fishbowl
know.
with concrete.
Then I'm going to spend the rest of my evening before I go to bed starting mental image training.
What do you focus on?
Just a fish bowl for the fish, but it's in front of a window, looking out into what I see. But
I want
the
to run
rest,
with a skillet and fillet knife.
yeah, fish bowl for the fish, looking out the window, but I can't go around the rest of the house.
Just a big heavy book on top of it.
I still want it to see.
Anyone else do anything?
I just don't want it to mess with the other inhabitants.
I'm working.
Well, that was
That was a long time ago.
yeah.
Oh, is it bedtime?
Yes.
Then we're sleeping.
Well, you could do things between work and sleep,
Yeah, I did.
if you want.
What, like more work?
No, there's a point where the shop closes and there is no more work.
Did I get my money?
Yeah, a while ago.
Well, you got 5 gold yesterday. What are you
And then you
gonna
got 3 gold today.
Well, you just told me that just now.
I'm pretty sure I said it before, but
get? I got 3 gold today and wrote it
and
down.
you was in the it was like the same sentence. But okay.
There are animals around, right? People's pets and stuff, or anything around the streets.
Not in large numbers. Occasionally.
Can't you just go to a restaurant like a normal person?
No. The
Hey, you dog!
yeah, if I see like a pet or something, I'll cast Speak with Animals, or I'll do the ritual for Speak with Animals.
Oh, you see a dog, then 10 minutes later...
Yeah. By the time you
You're basically
cast the
kidnapping
ritual,
dogs.
whoever's pets you saw is gone by then.
No, he's just kidnapping dogs. It's fine. Hey, I found
lasts
your
for 10
dog.
minutes.
Give me your reward. I'll get you your dog back.
Well, it's for 10 minutes, so maybe I'll catch one.
So you just have a cycle of 10 minutes
Lock
cast,
check.
10 minutes up.
21.
Yeah, you managed to find someone who's going around with a goat.
Hey, goat. I ask it for rumors and see if anything interesting's been happening that it's seen.
It's like, don't trust this dude. He does unnatural things to me. I'm not a girl goat.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Well, this guy's just
You're
staring
really
at the
weird looking to be talking to me.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there.
Here's the problem with
leaning
talking to
at
animals.
that
They're
dude's
still
back.
animals.
Yeah.
And morons.
Animals are dumb as bricks.
And so-
Not nearly as much as the speak with plants spell and how moronic those things are.
Hey, plant, what's up? I like the sun.
Not the ones down here!
I'm a mushroom! Yes, you are, mushroom.
His poop is
I'm not a
delicious.
Yeah, I just talk to it and see if it knows anything.
Anything? Yeah, I know I was. Yeah.
And so what's new?
If you eat coins, people follow you around.
We stay inside at night because the Spider-Men were crawling around and the noises were loud before that. And before that, there was spider food there now.
Oh, what did they feed you?
Oh, we had. I think it was leaf.
Ah.
We have mold. It's better than mold used to be, but at this point, you notice the guy who's walking around with his goat is just sort of
Wondering why you're
staring.
sitting there bleeding at his goat.
You swear I drink stuff nothing with my goat.
He says that he liked whatever the leaf stuff that you were feeding him before. He said the mold's just kind of okay.
And they just walk away.
And yeah, take care, goat.
Oh yeah, we'll stay inside.
Alright.
Bored mages.
He rolled a really good luck check. He deserved a pointless encounter for no reason other than to use his spell.
Yes.
Okay, I go back to the inn. And spend 10 minutes getting my new hand. I name this one Scratch.
Scratch.
Should get little metal claws for it.
Just, as far as naming him, do you purpose to summon a different spirit into it?
Oh, the last one was a bugbear. This one's like a drow hand.
Well, remember...
Officially, the spirit within them is either going to be Fae, Fiend, or Celestial. You are
the same one.
And it can be the same spirit that you summon into each hand. Yeah, you can just summon the same spirit to inhabit a different hand.
Oh, okay.
So that is an option. You can get to know
Also,
and
you also get the chance of, do you want a Fae, Celestial, or Fiend.
You have an idea that Celestial is the worst idea. Celestial probably would be upset with what it was bound to. Fiend or Fae would probably either be perfectly pleased or think it funny.
I'm not sure what the difference between the two would be.
Yeah.
Statistically, it is the same.
Mhm.
But you know the difference between what a Fae and a Fiend is.
Right.
So personality-wise is where the difference would be.
Well, if that's all the difference, I'll probably go with the Fae just for yucks.
No. You keeping the same Fae or new Fae every time?
Yeah, no, I'll have whatever paw possess the new hand.
Yeah.
Still call it Scratch.
I could give it a different name, but if it's paw all the time, I'll just call it paw.
Gotta be careful of that man that kills your paw.
Yeah.
Well, you already got rid of the...
Yeah, that face
I did
spider
cut
killed
the...
my paw.
Yes. I did cut its head off for you. And for knocking down.
And then you gutted it.
It's like,
Well, I gutted it, and then I took pieces out of it to use for later.
I tell Paul we got his killer. We got your killer, Paul. High five.
Now you just need to teach Paul Morse code.
I think... Don't you have a telepathic communication?
Yeah.
You could already...
Which is hilarious because you were specifically having him tap you on the shoulder for...
Yeah. Gives him something to do. I can also see through Paul's eyes.
Which is Paul's blind sense.
Yeah, I know. That's actually the reason that ability that I ranged it at the power level that I did is because of that.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, he can just keep Paw in his bag, and he just always has that distance of blind sense if he needs it.
Yeah.
That is the on the ground level. That is a possible effect that has.
What is it? Technically weaker than a bat or a spider?
For a lot of things, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things it's not as good as, but
But with blind sense, that is a notable boon.
that and I preferred it over the.
Well,
It flavor-wise
Yeah.
fit his character. It made it where he could have an undead before he would normally be able to have an undead. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It
This,
let
that's,
him
what,
get started on his...
that's with what I wanted to do anyhow.
Yeah. Made the most sense.
Everyone's asleep in dream time.
Well, do you, yeah. At a certain point, she retires to her chambers, and did you need to, the use of one of the shared rooms?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and she sort of shows you, and they do. They have some just shared rooms amongst the temple. Some people are just down on their luck, and they've been sort of granted that, and others are where some of the just newer, Erics or the acolytes that are learning at the temple stay. So ends a bed and good night.
Yep. I have no lights.
Come with a nightlight.
Yep.
You're ridiculous.
So with your shoes on?
Yeah. Well, I mean, take them off, obviously. Like sleeping next to the pillow. Nice little soft light to keep me up.
I would think you would keep them on tied tighter because you're in a communal room and someone could steal them off your feet if they're just
I
sitting
think I'd be
there.
able to find them.
I'm just thinking about what it would.
Just walks out. Although, whose shoes are the...
Yeah, who's going to know the secret step to turn them off?
Yeah. I know exactly who, if they went to that shop, but then they would recognize...
Just thinking Eric needs his own music video with his light up shoes dancing.
I don't know. I feel you should get them enchanted more powerful to eventually light up in the, specifically a 5x5 square whenever you dance.
Yeah, get a disco ball.
Shoes that allow him to fly, cast major image whenever he dances.
Backup dancers.
Sitting on an uncomfortably hard surface, as you see out into the immense room, alongside the very large fish, inside of this slightly cramped hall,
I'm cool with it. Mental image training's working. We're both in a bowl. New mental image training will meet being outside the bowl, but the bowl is fine.
Giant fish walks over and knocks you out the window.
The fish is in the bowl.
Yeah.
You blurrily see through there that the birds are doing something in the room beyond, but she asks, "Why are we here?"
Look out. It's like we have a great view of the window.
But what I want is in the room.
No, you specifically wanted to travel and look out the window with me.
But you carry someone I seek.
Yeah, but that wasn't the deal. That's why we're in the bowl.
I found something I want in you.
Yeah, well, that would be a different deal. The current deal is the ability to look out the window with me. As I sit staring out the window.
As she sits staring into the room.
Yeah, well,
How do you know her?
yeah, always been with me.
Do I answer questions?
Do you know how to get to her for real? She seems to be little more than an image.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's what's
But
been with
I'm
me.
here. So how is she not?
Mm-hmm. But anyways, window.
Enjoy your window.
Now you need to start working on Godzilla birds.
I have a feeling the birds aren't under my control, so...
Yeah, but you might be able to, turn the dove into fire-breathing monster and the bladed one into spiky roller bird or something.
They're all pretty
Image and armory of bird weaponry. Bird armor, bird swords.
You have it to where ravens like flying and just firing.
Yeah, but now you can say things like, "To the sky to fight and die," and then you can make a terrible movie.
And eventually, when fish breaks out, you can do like a combination move, and dove will form the head.
With burning eyes.
Go,
You wake up! Sorry if I didn't say that. I thought it. Then I got lost in whatever that was.
We're making Birdie Rangers.
No, you're not.
It's important.
But no.
Bird monster.
I
senpai.
promise you it's not.
You're gonna be like, "Make my bitches grow!" with her spear.
I bet she has a spear of enlarged person.
So you you wake up.
Cool.
Everything still seems to just be left at your thing. Some people have already been getting up and getting ready for the day.
Yeah, I head out.
Okay. Where do you go?
To the auction house. A little early, but hey, get a jump on the competition.
Yeah, we gotta meet up there today. That sounds good after breakfast.
Okay.
Do you join us for our breakfast?
Yeah, then
Typically, Eric's been staying in your room.
Mm-hmm.
Erich never showed up.
Where are you?
Erich didn't show up for breakfast either.
Oh.
Be at the auction house and or in prison again. We'll check after the auction.
Wait, you're in prison again?
No, but I could be. There's a possibility.
Stranger things have happened.
I am wanted in a number of places.
Rousing morning speech.
Dun, dun, dun.
I also extend the speech to the barkeep and the serving lady.
Because why not?
Hold on a second. Take paw and put it in my sleeve, so you can hear the speech too.
Yep. Paw can generally probably hear from most spots in your bag.
All right.
Yeah.
But I'll direct it.
Assuming that you're just putting him in your normal bag and not putting him in an extra dimensional space.
Yep. Okay.
Who's carrying the blue bag, by the way?
The blue. Oh, I guess
The haversack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I had the bag.
We
Or
never.
did you leave it back in the cavern?
No.
You technically could have left it back in the cavern.
Last thing I remember, I did that.
Okay.
You usually keep party-wide things that are useful because you have the list.
Yes,
Oh, it was either him or whoever was weakest.
which is him.
Yeah, it was between those two, and Vic was like, "But it doesn't go with my ensemble."
It didn't.
And he's most likely to get punched in the face.
Uh-huh. And his stuff taken by the guards, so you know you lose things in prison.
Guards just rob you.
Yes. So the three of us, Paul and the barkeep and serving lady, all get 8 10th HP.
Who can do it? You can do it, and you can do it, and you can do it.
You and you.
It's Jimmy Mays.
But you make your way over to the auction house. You've been there for a bit, and you notice that there are some people already going in and sitting down.
You would have, but you don't have the retainer.
Yeah.
Of course not. I don't carry my own money.
Does that mean I get to have your money if I carry your money?
No, I'm just saying that as my excuse.
Okay.
But eventually, your friends wander up to find you hanging out outside.
Good. You're here.
Yes.
Head on in.
Deposit $400.
Oh.
Do you all go in?
It's per person, not per group.
It is.
Bidding group? Yeah.
Wait, retainers count?
Yeah.
Well, it feels like...
There's nothing that would prevent you from pulling it together and getting back your deposit afterwards.
Oh, okay.
It is just basically making sure that there is at least... you at least are possibly buying something... and you would probably have seen that there are people that, if they have a few people working for them, they just... Usually the people that are in here, they're just throwing out that kind of money anyways.
It's like, we can afford the 400 for a retainer.
Well, yeah, we're not going to spend it all.
Yeah.
And only one person would buy something, so the other people would be able to get their deposit back.
Deposit back or just move it over to the other, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So, 100 gold down.
And yeah, you find your way in, find a seat. Do you aim for moving up towards front? There's definitely some people that kind of gravitate towards that. Sort of a different feel. Further back seats.
I'll talk to people over here. You look for the one lady who's handled this before and might have more information.
Yeah, I'm going to stick to one of the outside edge somewhere.
Just stay off to the side.
Yeah. On one of the edge rows.
Where do you go? And has anyone else told him why you guys are here?
Yes.
Yeah.
So during the morning things like, Uncle...
That's good. It's good you all told me.
Otherwise you're just and they start selling people.
we needed some more help!
Motioning at the Goliath. Yeah.
We're looking for Goliath. Got one, need a second. In case this one breaks.
We need a breeding pair?
We want that one with the beard.
That's how Goliaths work.
And that is how the Goliath do.
Let's have some Goliath too, but it wouldn't be called a breeding pair.
Hey, they'll keep trying, though. I've known several gay people, and they just keep trying. Doesn't seem to be working. They don't seem to be stopping.
Yes, I'll intermingle around the other participants.
You notice a lot less, but a few of the people that you've been working with are working today as well. Otherwise, sure. You make charisma.
I follow around behind him.
I take up an inconspicuous location as best as I can, and I take out a notepad and start making notes of what's going on, people in the crowd.
If it's persuasion or just pure charisma.
What are you trying to do?
Find out information about past sales of Goliaths. And, just generally feel the room and how the things are treated.
As I walk around behind him with just a shield on my arm, just standing behind him, menacingly.
I assume not just a shield on your arm. You're still fully clothed, yes?
Well, yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm pointing out that my shield is already equipped, as is all of my armor.
But not his axe.
Not my axe, no.
It's not the ready. You can get it if you need it. You're not the only one that's like that here.
They could have asked me to leave the axe at the door.
They did
still
not.
where I need it.
Yeah.
I could have left my axe in the room, and it's still right where I need it.
Yeah.
As long as it's not in the haversack, it's where you need it, because the haversack's a different plane of existence.
You're not sure of that yet. But
That's not necessarily true.
We could try it out.
Yes, we could try it.
sure, now is the best time to do so. You want to?
Just start summoning my weapon to my hand.
Ah, finally, a portable hole and a bag of holding. Slave auction defeated.
Think of all the XP.
We have defeated all of these evil
Would that count
individuals.
as a social success? Because it's like a social good.
You dealt 25 points of damage to commerce.
And the better point is that we get to go to all the inheritors of all this wealth and tell them that, we're looking for our pay. We did the job you asked. And they'll be like, what job? It's like, oh, the one we publicly said we did.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here to get our pay for. He's like, oh, that one, take some money and go away.
Is that blackmail?
It's very light blackmail, because we never actually say anything.
Extortion?
It's definitely extortion.
Yeah, extortion.
So either 23 or 27.
What?
Yeah, you, as he goes around and talks to people, a lot of people, as he starts explaining what he's looking for, they look at you, look back. Some of them have some sort of weird ideas for what his fetish might be.
He likes them big and muscly.
But,
I'm also, remember, 15.
you do you, man. You do...
He's a power bottom.
I'm just gonna move on and okay.
We can explain why it's called a power bottom.
No, we're good. No. But yeah, no. So just some thoughts of, I'm not really sure, or some are, maybe a couple years ago, I think one or two went through. One guy said, I think someone had someone. I saw one being carted back behind today, but.
So either there may be one today, but nothing in the last couple of years, it feels.
Yeah, it's not something that comes through. Most people are basically of that doesn't come through often. They don't like wandering around these parts, and with that rule, and they don't necessarily do as well in this environment.
Yeah. Given that they don't have the dark vision.
Yeah.
As I'm wearing these big
Yeah.
stupid goggles.
See, as you clearly know how you have to equip them in order to even make them function.
Yes.
And who were you looking for?
I'm
The
looking
bar.
for a busy lady.
Yeah. Was it Mornave?
It was
One of it?
something.
Yeah.
It was super elven and therefore impossible to pronounce.
Mornave.
Super relevant.
Yeah, I can remember. Oh yeah, it was Elvin. Let's fancy it up a little bit.
Throw a couple, what's your hurry? Throw a couple of R's and R's in there.
And yeah, you managed to get pointed out as, she's sort of come out from unlocking and relocking the cage, walking out to someone that's, basically working at the door. And so someone sort of points at us. She's headed over towards the door. But she is on the move.
Yeah, well, I summon up the full breadth of my charismatic upbringings. The times I was a liaison for the king, the time I was an ambassador for a duke, that time I had to talk way out of that sticky spot in that swamp. You wouldn't expect
Where
ogres to
did
be
you
that
go,
choosy.
Jimmy?
And particularly that sticky.
I look for the right
Mill around
moment
the
to
crowd.
intercede. I'd like to catch her after the auction, if possible, to talk about some extraneous business.
Yeah, you would.
Well, yeah, I'll be here, and I'll in and out over the next few days, even. But yeah, you can just flag me down. But yeah.
Good.
Good.
Hey, Adam, I found one of your hairs. I can tell it's not mine, judging by the fact it exists.
Well, you are in my house, and I do have a lot of them. They do.
Well, if you could hold on to them, that'd be great. Trust me, you let one go and they form a friggin' riot.
No, they just come out in mass. I don't know if you've seen my brush.
I could probably swirl enough around to cover up the bald spots.
If you wanted to, yeah.
That's how this white boy's gonna do a weave.
If you wanted to,
your hair.
if you wanted to, you could.
I don't know. Is your hair long enough for like lots of love at this point?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
But he'd have to care about people dying from cancer.
Versus his hair. Yeah.
I'd have to get to the point where I want to cut my hair.
Yeah, if they're really that
And there's a
far.
pretty good chance that
It's more
if and
like
when I
he
do, I
just
probably
doesn't
won't.
care.
Can
that people
I
die
find
from
Jimmy?
cancer.
It doesn't actually save their life. It just
It saves their dignity, which is almost more
Yeah.
important.
Well,
Yeah, you can probably easily see Erich.
Whatever.
I'm glowing in the
I
front
go
row.
up to talk to Jimmy, and I do this to him.
We'll whisper at him.
Yeah. And say, I'm like, Jimmy, do you know where the slaves are kept before the auction? Haven't worked here?
Yeah, they're in a bunch of warehouses that have been turned into hallways, so no one can get in and out. Like, from the warehouse to here are now hallways, like covered hallways,
Okay.
to prevent escaping and stuff. But they're that away.
But they bring them out one by one. They don't like stack them up.
Well, maybe
They're not
groups,
cordwood.
Alright, be sure to put the glass on the bottom. We don't want to crush the dwarfs.
What about the elves? In the middle
Set them in
somewhere?
a separate pile. They're special.
but so fragile.
You can buy them by the bundle. Just tie them up with
Elves
twine.
This
wrapped
day,
up
this
in
day
bubble
only.
wrap.
Buy one halfling, get 3 free.
It's like, okay.
They're usually buy one, get one.
I'm just envisioning this as now a
If-
fireworks
if-
stand.
There's not an easy way that we can go and take a
All
look at all of them.
slaves must
No.
go. Spend at least 200 gold, get a free slave.
Gotta go those black cat silver foxes.
Yeah, okay, I guess I go ahead and sit down and wait for the auction to start.
Yeah, there's a point where it settles and sort of people start being quiet before too much has happened. You almost get the feeling like a lot of the people that know the auction know about when that time is before the people that are running it have actually began it. Officially speaking, you would each have been given a number as your deposit was
Also,
put in.
I'll be doing the bidding. Don't bid against me if he just shows up and drive up the price.
Since that, you also probably know each of your numbers so that you can avoid
Did
doing
you point
that.
at me or did you point at him?
Either of you. I mean, yeah, Kalidan could do it, but he's next to me.
Is
It's one
anyone interested
In
in buying people other than Argyle?
Depends on price, if they're cheap.
Okay.
No! We're not even using your money!
I have
You're
25
using
gold.
his money!
And I was told specifically the lowest they usually
Yeah,
go
in
for
general,
is 50.
you start noticing 50 is about where they start.
You're like, 4 copper, and they're like, get out.
I know I have 100 of your gold. Stop being so cheap.
Who's the bargain bin slave? No, I did that in the
The guy was like just one arm, like discounts.
We ended up
Do
buying,
you have spare hands? Can I buy hands by
It's
the
like
dozen?
the dented
Bidding will
cans.
begin at 50 gold per. We ask, once it gets, if once things are above 100 gold, we ask that we go in increments of at least 10 gold.
That's usually the job of the auctioneer.
Yeah.
He reads the crowd, decides how big the increments are.
Yeah, but they basically say what they're going to do.
Just a pre heads up.
Just a pre-heads up. We'll start low. If if you want us to jump, you can jump.
Yeah,
Or
if
we
you
think
want
we
to
can
yell out a
jump.
huge number, fine.
Yeah, it's sort of that. But you sort of get the feeling of once we get to the point where this is actually not just the people that are here nickel and diming for what they're gonna, get. and taking the low ones. They sort of say at that point we're going to go up in 10 gold increments at the very least.
So you're saying I was wrong about the blacksmith job being the one where Argyle was?
Yeah, you're not Jimmy.
Yeah, the sword said you to Jimmy.
Yeah, last we checked, you had an actual name.
Yeah.
Not some fake made up.
Yeah, we haven't checked since the first episode.
When names have been changed to protect the innocent or forgetful.
Let's see.
Angus?
Then
Yeah.
no, I don't have enough money to buy my own slave.
I just hear 13, 13, 13. What is he doing?
In our other game, we ended up buying an Eladrin wizard because everybody else's in the party's intelligence was rock bottom, so we were dumb.
It's like, we'll
we
buy
buy
someone
you to be
who's
smart for us.
Yeah.
And they're like, and she's just like, you guys are idiots, and we're like, yep.
Yes, but we are just smart enough to know we're idiots.
And we bought a smart person.
I hate you all.
Does anyone else care about those that are just going cheap?
How cheap?
Around the 50 gold starting point.
It starts at 50 gold. You don't get a low
Yeah.
baller.
I'm tempted, but it's not my money.
Yeah.
We do have 400 of it, though.
Vic, we need to buy the person we need to buy.
I'm pretty convinced that we
leaving
can
our
steal
coffers.
that person.
Maybe you can. Do
If
it after
someone starts a
Argyle
bid
comes in.
and they get no offers and they start lowering it.
Make
But
it
I'm pretty
25.
sure... Yeah. I'm pretty sure those get snapped up anyways.
Make a luck check.
Why do you want to?
Why is it a natural 20 for this? Why?
Why do you want to slave?
Because it's an ass!
I have to figure something out here. It's like, I felt it in my bones as you were like, why is it going to be a natural 20 for this?
It's 23!
Adam, this is your call.
Not too shabby!
I'm sorry, but it's too funny.
Not too shabby at all.
Yeah. It's like no one else saw your potential.
Yeah, you end up early enough on that some people are still kind of anxious for what's coming ahead. With a bit of a lowly kenku brought onto the stage.
That's those bird things, right?
Yes, it's the flightless bird. Then after a lack of response, you start lowering it. 45. 40. 35. 30.
I'll do 30.
You don't have 30.
Going 30. Does anyone have 31?
I just
Anyone?
screwed that number.
Just see this smug ass face with purple glow coming from the floor.
It's like, who's doing that purple glowing it?
Sold for 30 gold.
Don't break your muni cup.
I didn't.
How can we pass up? That's a deal. We'd be losing money.
No, we wouldn't. God damn it, Justin.
Well, let's be fair. We do have 50 golden party funds. If we make this Tengu just work at a shop, we could theoretically make the money back in a couple months.
Yeah, no. 11 days of work and he'll be good.
Assuming he does as
That's all
well.
profit.
If we're 30 gold off from buying the uncle, I'm going to be pissed. Like, hit you with things pissed.
That's going to be another luck check. So we'll all, as long as he didn't waste his luck check on here.
You know he did.
There's no way it's
The fact
not
that
a one.
you rolled a 20,
No. I felt in my bones. It's like, of course he's going to roll a natural 20 for this kind of luck check. It would make a great story.
it does make a great story.
The time of what a kink.
Now, as the auction goes forward, that does not seem to be a typical way that things go. Most go up. You kind of thinking and feeling about it. Wasn't exactly a skilled individual, and is also of a species that is completely unable to see in the dark, unable to fully talk.
Yeah, but
I mean,
we
really,
already
you
have
want
that.
someone that can't see and can't talk.
It's like, we've dealt with
Your
this
heart
problem.
just went out to it, didn't you?
We've already replaced it.
I ain't gonna work at the door forever.
We buy your uncle, you leave party, you are now a Tinku.
Another interesting board.
Turns out he was
That would
exactly
be a
what I
race
thought.
that I would not feel comfortable with you playing until I've seen you play this character. Now I'm like, okay, you can do it.
Tinkus, masters of the interpretive dance.
They're mimickers. They mimic. They don't have their own speech.
Can I just do the sound of camera shutters?
Well, at first you would have to hear a camera shutter.
Yeah. Anyways, and you notice it seems to be in groups, usually 3 to 5 by basically one seller. They'll come up, they'll kind of give some of the information that they have. Some of them know a lot more, some of them know a lot less. Some of them basically seem to have Ivory purchased this and buy it through there.
They're coming in groups. Are they themed in any way?
Some depends on the sellers. Some sellers have grouped them by certain. Here are my elves, or here are my,
Any accompanying
Cooks.
music?
no.
Ryan, why are you slowing this down?
Okay.
He's just stalling.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he wanted to know if they were musical acts.
No, they're not sold as groups.
I was thinking
No, they're sold as individuals, but like a seller has a group that they sell, and some sellers have come up multiple times. Basically, almost the idea of they're bringing in some of their stock, and then they're going back to get more, avoiding having too many. Various numbers, some of them have bracelets similar to what you have worn. Others come up, just handcuffed, others blinded. Some sellers speak of certain arcane protection and enchantments that have been put upon them, basically making them much easier to control. Others are basically we've basically, we have made this person, barely hold on to life, that they've just accepted their lot. So you kind of get a different range from different sellers on what is available. Blindfolded after about 3.5 hours of sitting through this, and probably at least some of you feeling a little sick of some of the people in the room with you, others perfectly pleasant with them and thinking they're just doing normal good things.
No, let's be fair. Neutrals haven't bought a slave yet.
I did.
Chaotic good bought a slave.
What could happen to this guy if nobody bought him? Nothing good.
Just felt bad for him, so now he's mine forever.
Your free bird fly.
I don't fly!
Put him off a cliff. Be free!
Now, to be fair, you talked me into jumping off a cliff.
This one's got wings. I can definitely convince
You
them.
convinced the whole party that...
You can fly. You just forgot because nobody taught you. That's what the wings are for.
How big is this Tenku thing?
This is a
Medium-sized creature.
Yeah, it's a full creature.
Medium.
I mean, once my guy gets his uncle in his stupid rock, he probably would leave.
We'll see.
So don't necessarily say his class yet. That might be for Bob to decide.
Just saying, I'm not opposed to flying.
Not opposed to playing the same character, yet completely different.
We'll see. But yeah, after several hours, a salesman that comes up with 2. First time you've seen him, pushes out a goblin. It goes for 57 gold. Both of these, basically, he just touts his creatures he's picked up, wandering the depths, broken in to do good work. Seemed decent, no specific training. And after the goblin is brought back, your uncle comes up blindfolded and is pushed into the center
He's
stage.
hit neck point. Like he's not paying attention to the stage.
But it's like,
The guy-
are you sure that's the one even with the blindfold on?
I look
Yeah,
at you.
You're sure.
It might be the doppelganger.
I would have said a Goliath, but then I was looking at you and I couldn't say anything else.
Yeah.
Could be the
You-
doppelganger.
It could be the doppelganger. The water in the cave. That is possible.
That would have sucked if we actually paid for him after he stole my uncle's pipe.
But the bidding starts. Luck check.
Douche.
12.
12.
It does have the highest luck, so.
Yeah.
It's not a 20. It wasn't a 1. A nice, normal number.
No, above average even.
I thought he rolled a 9.
He did, but he has plus.
Bidding goes up. 50, 51, 52, etc. Onward. Maybe
Call it 70.
Hmm?
You can call it for 70.
70, 71, 72, 73. Carries on. 100. Goes up.
So
150. 160. 170. 180. 190. 200. 210.
Glass are expensive.
Goliaths are strong.
yeah, but it's like he's even blind. 220.
220. You see some wavering. 230. 240. 250.
290.
And everyone drops.
Yes.
Power bidding.
Power bidding.
Just sort of.
If he's just.
Everyone's like, is that guy really going to just keep bidding? Get the fuck out. This is mine. 270. And it's like, well, 270, 290. It's yours.
Hey, good news. It's time for you to wake up.
Maybe.
Yes, of course, this would be when you would set your alarm.
Yes, 7:37 is clearly the best time for you to do whatever it was need doing.
Makes sense.
But the auction continues, and you're basically stuck sitting in
See,
here
now we
to
both
collect
got
at the
slips.
end of the auction.
So 290 and 30. Or,
And
yeah, 30.
I think it's most fun if we call it here and let you meet your slaves next time.
You belong to us now, Goliath.
He's blindfolded. He can't see who's in the audience. And you can't call out to him.
We will rock you, Adam.
Nah, man. They tell you, it's like, yeah, we found him out in the depths. When we picked him up, he had all sorts of weird stuff on him, including some stupid fruity rock. So we just threw it in a hole somewhere.
That's fine. I'll find a way to burn it.
We just threw it away.
But, let's say 650.
290.
What?
650. Nah, 290.
Why would you want 290?
I don't.
Oh, well, then let's go with 650. He had 650 experience, and we'll return to the end of the auction next time. I believe you all leveled up?
Yep.
What are you, 5?
Yes.
Yep.
Wonderful. See you
10?
next time. 5!
I'm just saying you asked. Don't give me choices.
Bye!